Ah yeah, everyone, and welcome back to A Deal with IT with Luca, Elden Ring, Game+1, new Game Plus. I cannot talk quick, you see. That's the simple reason why I cannot read aloud. Okay, we talked to the Pope. Now it's time to go here. And I'm gonna have to do it all in one stretch because there's a Roderika bear down there. Yeah, whatever. Oh yeah, I remember this place. You hear that rumble? That's it. I don't even wanna know where it is, I just wanna run away. I may be powerful, but they can definitely take me. Zdar here is gonna see me. Oh, okay. Fine, that's good. This guy is a bit less good. Piece of cake. Okay. Oh wow, we had the death blaidd. I actually risked a bit. Okay. I'm guessing... Oh, I don't need to guess. I know. I need something that does a skill attached to. Let me try. Yeah. Let's go. Doesn't last for long though. I remember the sword I had with the ashes lasted much more than this. But it's fine, it's doable. That much I know. Okay. Let's get Leon, shield up. Maybe not shield up, but... Oops, little stutter. And that's where I'm gonna go for Leo to finish displacing him. No other ones? Lady? I'm afraid I don't remember where I am. Okay, we just ran. What's that? Oh god, I must have gotten something wrong, I don't know. Oh damn, not that buff found. Okay. Good enough. I perfectly know this one doesn't open from here, because I remember that I need to take another way to get there. Yeah, well, there's definitely nothing here, so I gotta take the alternate way. Oh, that one killed it. Come on, I know you also wake up. You don't wanna. Okay, fine. That was programmed to take me from behind, of course. Okay. Now I'm probably gonna find that skeleton that didn't quite die before. Or maybe it did. Oh, maybe it did. Oh. Not D at the beginning. Okay. Not D. Oh, it's because this is not the one I'm talking about. Ah, damn it. That was stupid of me. This wasn't the one I thought. Or is it? Something was supposed to be here. Am I missing something? Am I? Sorry. No, I need to check. If I remember what. Okay. Not this. This. I am in the right place. I am definitely in the right place. I'm gonna go back from here, but yeah, I'm quite certain. Even because it's not the first time I did it. I remember that here the boss was a Black Knife assassin. And I remember so because I could call D to help me. I don't really remember any secret passage here. Oh, yeah, secret passage indeed. How am I doing? It's fine, I'll be with the... Look at their food. Hey! Down, down up, down up. Okay, sorry. I'll stop. Okay, D. Let's try this. Ah, damn it. I forgot how fast she is. Okay. So you see, I wasn't wrong. I just didn't check properly. Which is it that unprecedented for me? And I know somebody now is gonna be wondering, why did he not try to master the combat? Because I'm not using my favorite kind of weapon and I don't know how to use it properly. I'm learning, that much I can tell you, but I mean, if I don't wanna say there's no way, but I don't know. I just don't see the point. The difficulty is there anyways, even though much less than the first time. But if you have any idea about like extra difficulty, extra rules that I should put to myself, just say it. I'm happy to listen.
Ah, you... Well then, would you like to learn an incantation?
Nah.
May the Golden Order shine.
Nah.
Ah, hello there. What can I do for you?
Don't see anything. You?
Ah, you again, is it? The recusants sent a lackey. Can you believe they invited me to join them? Now, after what they did? I can scarcely believe it myself. Did they think me a fool? You might be surprised to learn I took them up on the offer. Then I only had to ask. The location of the recusant hideout. It's on Mount Gelmir, found off the old road that leads west from the town of Windmills. That's where they hide. The manor on the peak. Just you wait, wretched recusants. You'll rue the day you insulted my name by laying hands on Lanya. The tale of House Hoslo is told in blood, after all.
I'm so sorry for you. You're just... well, an idiot. I always loved this corner. It feels cozy somehow.
You've received the wisdom of the two fingers, have you not? Then, just as promised, I bid you welcome. As a true member of the Roundtable, I am known as Gideon Ofnir. As a tarnished who wishes to stand before the Elden Ring and become Elden Lord, I am accumulating knowledge. To be all-knowing. You now belong to a select group of fellows. As such, I ask that you remain constant.
Okay.
You'll be after more great runes now, eh? Then as your fellow, allow me to divulge a little knowledge. The inheritors of the great runes, the shard bearers. We of the Round Table know the location of 5 of them, including the one you defeated. Godric the Grafted, Lord of Stormvale. General Radahn, who fought Melania and her rot to a standstill in the Caelid Wilds. Praetor Rykard, Lord of the Volcano Manor of Mount Gelmir. Morgott the Grace-Given, Veiled Monarch and Lord of Leyndell. And Renala, Queen of the Full Moon, ruler of Rhea Lucaria's Academy. You'll still be after more great runes, won't you?
Okay. Just want to ask about
I
the theory.
understand you've been speaking to Nepheli. She's my daughter. I took her in when she lost the guidance of grace. Though a mere axe-wielding barbarian, her youthful credulity suited my purposes. So I put her to work. Do not hesitate to employ her. Should her services benefit you, despite her looks, she is more than capable in the press of battle.
Wow. Basically, it just said she was stupid enough that she believed me whatever they said, so I used her. Good fatherly skills. Hey, Rogier. Still portrait?
Always good to see you safe. So, what do you need?
This is a black knife print.
I can scarcely believe you managed to get your hands on this. You recall our conversation about the Night of the Black Knives, yes? They say the assassins who carried out the deed were scions of the Eternal City. A group entirely of women, arrayed in armor of silver under cloaks which fooled the eye. The knives they wielded, though, were imparted with the power of the Rune of Death through sinister rite. Please, I beg of you, lend me the knife print for a time. I'd love nothing more than to tease out its secrets. Though only a fragment, a very specific ritual had to be performed to impart the power of the Rune of Death. Traces of the one who performed the rite are sure to remain in the imprint. Half my body has been suffused with death. I'm certain it will help me see.
Suffused. Can I see underneath? No. Well, it's covered in flies and it's a little disgusting, so We're just gonna carry on and see if there is anything else around here.
Greetings. Are you here for spirit tune?
Well, I took you for no matter. It's all out your arms then.
No, it's got nothing to say either, and I got nothing to improve. Well, I could improve this shield, actually. Actually, let's see if there is anything better. It's less powerful, as in like guard negation, but it weights less. So yeah, this is actually the best one I can wear already. But you know what? I wanna put this one because it gives me back some HP as I go around. And plus it's nice looking, look. It's actually quite nice. It's like a painting on a shield. I just wish my arm didn't go through it.
I am pleased to see you again. Would you like me to hold you once more?
I'm afraid I have no choice.
Now, come closer.
No, take your time. It's fine.
You are so very warm.
Once again, it's because I'm alive.
I heard that you lent a hand to dear Rogier. He seemed positively elated. He must be possessed of great mental fortitude. It anchors his will and sustains him, despite his grievous wounds. You truly are a champion to dear Rogier, and myself too. Then good
That
day
it?
to you, my dear.
Honestly? Basically wasted my time here. And then you kill D. Well, D is gonna die. That's what D does. Dies. Well, this... I'm saying a lot of weird sentences now, all with D. Ma'am, don't need to talk to her. Okay. Just in case she's got something interesting to say.
You have returned. What is it?
Nope.
Now go
Shut up. This goes nothing to say. Maybe now?
Did
I
you
don't know.
need something else?
No. Okay. So, yeah, we just stop here for a little while and I'll take 5. I'm back. So, now that we did this, and we did the rest because I checked that out. Now let's see if Roger has got something to say.
Ah, hello. I was hoping to see you. My examination is complete. Here's the knife print back, with my thanks. Now I have a fairly good idea who performed the rite upon the Blaidd. The person who orchestrated the Night of the Black Knives. Lunar Princess Ranni. One of the children born to King Consort Radagon and his first wife, Rennala. Demigod and sister to General Radahn and Praetor Rykard. Hers was the name I discovered in the imprint. Truly, you have my thanks. But if I might be so bold, I would like to ask something more of you. If Ranni truly is the one who plotted that fateful night, then she should bear the curse mark of destined death somewhere upon her flesh. I would like you to procure it for me. And then all will be laid bare. I will have the answers I have sought for so long. I have some idea of Ranni's potential whereabouts. There's a manor to the north of the Academy of Rea Lucaria. It is the familial home of the Carian royals, from whom Ranni descends. There's been talk of the old royals' vassals gathering there in recent years. Ranni's whereabouts since the Shattering are a well-kept secret. She hasn't been seen even once, but I suspect she might have returned to the manor in which she was born. I'm afraid there's something I must tell you. Do you know of those who live in death? The very notion of life in death defies the Golden Order. By Dee's account, these defiled fiends must be expunged. But truth be told, I seek the curse mark to save them. You may find this peculiar, but I discovered something in my examination of the Night of the Black Knives. These souls have committed no offense. They have every right to life, only they happen to touch upon a flaw in the Order. Yes, indeed. If Dee knew what drives me now, he would surely boil over with rage. Or perhaps he would even feel some pity. But no need to fret. None of that will come to pass. I can tell a good lie when I need to.
Okay. D.
Ah, hello there. What can I do for you?
Nothing apparently. Okay. Let's get on our way towards Ranni. So to get here I got two options. I could bypass completely Caria Manor and just get here if I want to. I think. No, this might be blocked. So, we're gonna get there. Or shall we not? Because to be honest with you, it's just that I wanna get here with Blaidd. So with the excuse of coming here with Blaidd, I can actually, you know, start searching all this area. But if I start searching all of this first, it's gonna take me ages. I could get up from here. I think. I'm not completely sure I can. What is this? Oh, there's another rise here. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna get to the point of here and then I'll decide what is best doing afterwards. There's no need anyways to go find everything right away. I don't remember if I can... I don't really remember. I think I can, but I'm not sure. Oh, we are in Langost territory here, that's true. And if there is something I really want to avoid is having to deal with those things. And if perhaps you ask yourself why was I taking everything on the chin, my character is a tank. It is supposed to do that. Yes, I could have, you know, tried to dodge a bit more, but it's not always needed, not with this, not with my idea of a tank. A tank should be able to take some blows without too much of a problem. And once again I'm high level, so I might as well just do it. I guess the game is gonna start being challenging again after this run, like the new game plus 2 maybe. Even 3 maybe. I'm not really sure how much more of a pain this can be. Oh, yeah, I had a spider. Whom we called before Enia, I think. And I also remember it's actually quite strong. Then I come out. Wasn't it here? No. I must have passed it. It's probably here then. Okay. It's fine, I am where I wanted to be. Hey, buddy.
Well, look at you. We don't receive many visitors. I presume you are tarnished? What brings you here? Oh, pardon me. It's hardly my place to ask, is it? I am E.G., a blacksmith who once served the Carian royals. An old codger who refuses to retire his rusty hammer. So here I am, still quietly plying my trade on this spot. Perhaps you'd like a display? These bones are old, but still able.
Let's see. No, I don't need 24 of these. Well, I got only 3. Okay. Okay, before I buy this. Okay.
Oh, watch out there. When I'm absorbed in my smithing, I lose sight of all else. If you come too close, I'm apt to cause you harm. I am, after all, terribly large compared to you, Tarnished. You don't know how hard it is not to break anything while I work.
Okay, I'm gonna have to check one thing when I finish talking to
A word
him.
of warning, if you please. This territory once belonged to the Carian royal family. Their manor lies not far beyond this point. When the Raya Lucaria Academy turned on the Carians, the Knights of the Cuckoo descended on this tract. After leveling it, they carried on to the manor. The Carians were taken off guard, but their strength had not waned, and they repelled the Knights' onslaught by conjuring an enchanted snare that remains potent to this day. That is why I say, Tarnished, don't go near the manor, unless you wish to lie with the corpses of the heedless Knights of the Cuckoo.
Nah, come on.
Blaidd actually did that, did he? Quite a rare occurrence for such a guarded soul as he. Perhaps he sensed something unusual about you. At any rate, if you're friendly with Blaidd, I've something else that might suit you.
Of course I am friendly with Doggo.
I've explained the peril of the enchanted snare that remains. Whatever you do, brave Tarnished, stay away from that death trap.
Okay, can see it properly from maybe from here. Yep, it's got a gravestone in it. Kind of confirming they're actually dead. Or something like it. Anyways, here there is a boss. Let's go find said boss. And I think it was here. Or around here. Yeah. I don't remember which boss is this, but... Oh, this. It's gonna kill me, you'll see. Damn you. You see what I mean by it's still an hard game? Because yes, I've managed, but I managed just because I know how to play. If this was my first encounter with this thing, and this was my attire, no. I would have died several times before I could make it. Just like the first time I did this place. Okay, so this is done. I didn't sign this one, but this is done. Anything else? Well, yeah, but definitely not for today. Started to be late, I gotta go to bed, tomorrow I gotta work. So yeah, I'm gonna see you in a couple of minutes. No, well, couple of seconds for you. Hey everyone, I'm back. So, I don't remember what I said the last time I've been playing, but I wanna see what we can do around here. For instance, I never found Bok again. There will be all of this to do. Point is, how important it is to follow. Well, if I follow Ranni's quest once again, I'm gonna end up getting gear. I don't really have to do all of this. I think I can actually cross from here, but yeah, you know what? Let's do Caria Manor. I don't remember how hard it is to do, but let's try. Getting it on the face. Okay. Let's go to this handsome place. Yep, I said it. Do I have anything I can throw? So if I manage to get them to me one by one, it should be doable. Managed to get me twice. Nice. Oh, wait a second. Sorry guys, I just noticed something weird in the capture window. Like things are going like, well, I don't really know how to describe it, but it's weird and it's not the way it should be. Still, the capture seems to be alright, so I'm gonna kill him. Two here as well, or only one? Only one. I was being a little too aggressive there, so yep. This one I know it's locked. Oh, there's a big one here. And a small one. Fuck! Oh, you see, that is not fair. I went there with the heat. I mean, I jumped with my sword already going, and I was gonna hit it from the top down, and no, it managed to take me anyways. Good. I don't really remember this place, so I'm just checking here. I remember the other side there are a lot of ants. Which I mean is pretty much the same thing as here, but yeah. That's all I remember. Almost felt like it was a fake wall. I wish I could count the fingers before they die off. Oh my god, how many hands are there? Oh, come on, this was cheap. Anybody else? Honestly. Wow. Quite a few, eh? Oh, this is another big one. Yeah, I know, I don't have to. Perfectly know that. I just want to. Because once again I wanna check around here. And this is another big one, is it? And I know there might be nothing at the end of this, but who cares? Oh, a Michaela's lady. I'm covered in blood. I think this is actually a good thing that I'm cleaning all around here, because I'm gonna have to fall back here eventually. And I'm also getting quite a few smithing stones, which are always useful. I don't know how I said useful in that case, but I know what I was gonna try to say. Okay, this one should be slightly more powerful than the others, right? Not really. It was exactly as the other ones. Okay, let's get in. Okay. Where's the item just fell off through, kind of, or not. I know it was on that person. So, here we go. This isn't an easy place. Even though I reckon I can actually do much better now because of my attire and level. I should also drop several times to go around and find everything here, but I don't see this as so much required, to be honest with you. Okay, that was a good fight. I don't know why, but I think I'm moving much better now than the first time I played. May just be my imagination, but that's how it feels. Also, do you remember all these blue speckles around here? I don't know if it is something new. Maybe. god, you scared me. What is it? Why was it going the other way around? I don't know. So here I could jump off and go check the wall. That is gonna bring me pretty much to the beginning of the old place. Yeah. Okay, this is like... Maybe there was an item here that is not showing anymore because it was unique or something. Okay, I think I had it already, but you know. And now we shall run. Actually, no, this one. I'm not sure I can outrun. Yeah, no. I seem to still be okay, come on, let's admit it. Also got quite a bit of runes now. Come on, another one. I remember there was a way to go there. Just don't remember how. Nice. Once again, I really think I did really well. That feels like it's from here. There is more to check. I don't think that's gonna be like a secondary route. I mean, I do think, or maybe not. Looks like I can jump off here. Let's see. Well, you didn't throw it where I wanted to, but okay. Yeah, you see? I can survive that. Okay, let's see where this well takes me up. Okay, and there's a grace up here as well. Okay, and here we go towards Loretta already. So before I do that, I wanna check that side up. Side up in this case doesn't make sense, but you know what I meant. I always assume you understand me. I hope my assumption is right, because it will be at least one of us. I won't be able to climb up for long. Nope. Okay. I wonder where is... I know there is crab, Mr. Crabstone Giant Urumi. I'm not even sure I ever found it. Anyways, I know there is a giant crab hidden around here. I just don't know what exactly. I'm wondering, will he jump me? Why is one of those here? Okay, this is not gonna be funny. I need a bit more room to fight that. I don't remember how to move anymore. I don't like them. Not even a little bit. Is Mr. Crabstone here? If I remember well, it falls off like from somewhere, but... Oh, nice. Cannot jump from there anymore, so I'm gonna have to run once again. Oh wow, brilliant I am at the beginning now. Since I have it. And yeah, I am going to take 5 now. I'm just gonna sit down and take 5. I'm back. So now we have the big wolves. They can be quite dangerous, but it's fine. Oh, they do attack a lot, eh? Okay, right away is gonna kill me. And no, I don't need it, but I want it. Nothing around here. Okay, let's carry on. Oh no, there's another wolf down here. Okay. Be easier. There might be another one down here, but I'm not sure. No. And then Mikala's Lily. Which actually means that Michaela was somehow connected to this. And there's nothing to be surprised about this, because again, Michaela and Ranni were, well, not even half brothers, to be honest. They were brothers, it's just that Michaela was, his parents were the same person. Even though there's indication that shows that Radagon and Marika actually didn't really think alike. Okay, this guy is gonna be a toughie. Actually got lucky there, guys. If that guy decided to take me on from the beginning, I don't know if I would have survived. I don't know if I would survive this, honestly. Okay, this is just to take the item, I take it. Yeah. But it was a good smithing stone, so we won't complain. I wonder if the Loretta is gonna make me cry, because Loretta is actually quite strong, guys. Oh, you saw me. Oh well, bye. There's also all of these to explore before I actually do Loretta. Or maybe I can do it later, to be honest, it's not a big deal. So, okay. Let's do Loretta first. Then we think about the rest. Come on, Loretta, come out. doesn't really get stunned, does she? Here he comes. Oh no. Yep. Oh, damn it, I thought I managed. Oh, also. Damn it. Okay, and it's done. And now, once again, I didn't stay there to try to do the combat like to perfection. That is not my aim right now, and so I won't do that. Long story short. Oh my god, that was so near. So we finished checking here. More? Good. I was saying, so we finished checking here. And then we go meet Ranni. Anything around the corner here? No. Oh, two of them. Okay. Okay, I need to kill on going down apparently. There's nothing here. I don't remember this bit. I know I remember there were jars around here, but I don't remember what's in this place. Why it is here basically. So I can jump on that and take the item, or nothing. Okay. Oh, okay. Now I can sit down. And there's also a big dragon here. Okay. Let's go dragon killing. I mean, killing. He's gonna leave anyways. No. Where did you go? Oh, it was that there. It's a bit hard to understand where it goes in this mess. There we go, reset again. Okay, now it's gone for good. I remember the first time I just was so scared of that dragon. And rightfully so, because this is not an easy target. Took me a while to put it down now, and I am quite powerful.
Oh, again we cross paths. I believe I said my name was Renna when last we met. It pleaseth me to see Torrent hale and hearty, but tarnished. What business hast thou here? I have no memory of inking thee an invitation.
Is it wise to just tell her?
I see. Quite the sleuth, aren't we? Indeed, I am the witch Ranni. I stole a fragment of the Rune of Death and used it to forge the god-slaying black knives through fearsome rite. I did it all. But sadly for thee, the curse mark thou seekest is not to be found here. I have slain the body I was born into and cast it away. And it is upon that flesh the curse mark is carved.
Okay. Is that all?
And why should I reveal that to thee? I performed the act not to bury the past, nor in shame of the deed. But all the same, thy begging compels me not a jot. The curse mark thou seekest is not here. That is all I will say. Now, be gone. The curse mark thou now.
Okay. It didn't go as expected. I hope I didn't ruin the whole quest. Okay. Let's see if Rogier has got anything to say about all of this.
Always good to see you safe. So, what do you need? I see. When Ranni shed her flesh, she shed the curse mark too. You know, not everyone would trust such a tale. But if she in her current form is nothing more than the living doll you profess, then perhaps it's true after all. Forgive the bluntness of the notion, but how would you like to become one of Ranni's vassals? Only in order to get what we want, of course. The location of the body which bore the curse mark, which right now I haven't the faintest. And the best way to find out is for you to enter her service and take a poke around on the sly. I know you've got what it takes. Not only are you a superb fighter, but people want to trust you. I've seen it. Can you become Ranni's vassal to advance our agenda? While in her service, you'll be able to take a poke around on the sly and determine the location of her original body that bears the curse mark. I realize that I'm asking you to put yourself in grave danger, but I know you've got what it takes. Quite possibly the only one, in fact.
Oh. Okay, so I had to come back to talk to Rogier. Since I'm here... Of course, Mr. here is not gonna attack me until I find the first half of the medallion.
Well, I see. Wonderful. Make the journey to the capital. Let the Two Fingers will deny your passage. You may be our best hope.
You never said this.
Find your way, for we are tarnished.
You never said that before. But it didn't change anything since the last time I talked to him. Sorry, I skipped it. It wasn't on purpose. I simply was 100% sure it wouldn't... It would repeat something that he already said, because again, nothing has changed. And I did talk to him until I didn't have anything else to say last time, did I?
Well, I took you for it no matter, it's all the same. Out your arms then.
Okay. Okay, he's got nothing to say. She's got nothing to say.
Greetings, are you here for
Let's see what Fia has got to
I
say.
am pleased. Would you like me to? The blessing is still. Would you like to? Now. You are so very warm. Then good day to you.
That was all. Very nice. Fia. You. Person. She sleeps with the dead. That's all I'm gonna say. I mean, she doesn't sleep with the dead in that meaning. But, you know. Whatever. Sorry. I suddenly forgot how to choose things. Let's go talk to Ranni again and see what happens now.
The curse mark thou seekest is not here. That is all I will say. Now, be gone. Oh, is that so? Thou wouldst render me aid? Is that thy proposal? Affording thyself opportunity to grope about for the curse mark's location, no doubt. Very well. There's nothing wrong with a well-laid scheme. What's more, if my past and past wounds beckon to thee, I am curious enough to see what thy destiny portends. I'll allow it. Enter my service, and good hunting to thee.
You see, Rogier basically allows me to do Ranni's study and Fia's study altogether.
Good. Then I ask we proceed with haste. There is, in my service, a half-wolven warrior by the name of Blaidd. I would have thee join him in searching for the hidden treasure of Nokron, the Eternal City. I have called for Blaidd to greet thee below. Take from him the particulars. Ah, and there wilt thou find Egi, my war counselor, and Selivus, preceptor in the sorcerous arts also. Heed not their peculiarities. Feel secure in gaining from them what advantage thou canst. I am sure the others will be doing just the same.
Alright. Selivus. Silvius. Silvio. Yeah, that's... I'm actually kind of happy that he dies. I'm gonna be honest. He's not the kind of person that you want surviving. Oh. Hey, big boy.
Oh, so you were the one. Lady Ranni has explained everything. Again, I am Egi, the Carian royal family's dedicated blacksmith and Lady Ranni's war counselor. I'm told that you are searching for Nokron with Blaidd. I will give you whatever guidance I can, and pray for your success.
Thank you.
My apologies for the misleading words of warning. I never imagined that an audience, let alone service to Lady Ranni, was in your fate. I, for one, should have seen it, but I did not. Do forgive me, my fellow. Let us give all that we can of ourselves, together, for Lady Ranni.
Okay, anything
Let
else?
us give all that we can gather.
Nope. Hey, doggo.
Long time, friend. Blaidd, if you've forgotten. Glad to have you in the service of Mistress Ranni. Well, getting right to business. I'm still in Limgrave. The eternal city of Nokron lies somewhere at the bottom of this land. I'm planning to go below through the well in the Mistwood. See if I can't find the road to Nokron from there. I'm going below through the well, see if I can't find... Don't keep me waiting, eh?
No, it's fine. So, I gotta go below to Nokron now.
I see. You must be Ranni's new hireling. Yes, I've heard all about you. I am Selivus, preceptor in the sorcerous arts. I don't know what it is the mistress sees in a provincial tarnished like you, but since we have the misfortune of serving the same lady, I ask that you kindly try not to drag us all down with you.
Yeah.
I reside in another tower close by. Come and pay me a visit. Should you wish to be of actual service to Mistress Ranni. If it were up to me, I wouldn't waste my time on the likes of you. But who am I to stand against the wishes of my lady?
Oh, Selivus, your heart looks like a mushroom.
I reside... Come and pay... Should you... If it were up to... But who am...
It looks like... Yeah, well, I cannot do too many comparisons. I don't wanna get this. Like... I don't wanna be in trouble with YouTube. YouTube is very strict when it comes to language. Brutally strict. And I am brutally done for today at least. So, yeah. Thank you very much everyone for watching, and thank you for subscribing if you did. Otherwise, subscribe so I can thank you. And I know it's the perfect moment to do so, so just, you know, it doesn't cost you anything, so you might as well just click on it. That way I can carry on with this one. As I said already, I am not going to stress too much in the fights. I just wanna do the game, honestly. I mean, it's all nice, you know, fighting stylishly. Can I say stylishly? I guess so. You know, with style, but I don't know. Maybe if I master this build, maybe I'm gonna give it that better try. Even though for the next run I had another build in mind. Anyways, yeah. I'll catch you soon. Bye bye.